Our first case study for discussion is this problem, coin change problem. So the input consists of an integer x, and you are also given denominations d1, d2, so on up to dk. So, and question is, you are asked to give change for x. What is the objective? Objective to minimize the number of coins or notes used. So for example, so x could be say 100, and let's assume there are three denominations. One is 5, another one is 2, third one is 1. So you are having sufficient number of 5 rupee coins, sufficient number of 2 rupee coins, and sufficient number of 1 rupee coins. With that model, you are asked to give change for this. And what is the objective? Objective is to minimize the number of coins or number of notes used. So this is coming under minimization problem. And how are we going to provide this change? And what is our greedy choice? And how do we move from one local optimum to another local optimum? All that we shall see now. So what we do is the following. Let's assume I'll work with a specific case. So input is integer x, and the denominations are 5, 2 and 1. Okay. Now question remains the same. What is our greedy strategy or greedy approach? So what we do is the following. Suppose x is say 100, and supply as many number of 5 rupee coins as possible. That is our greedy strategy. So supply maximum number of rupee 5 coins. So in the sense that you sort the denominations in decreasing order. So this gets maximum, second maximum, third maximum. Supply maximum number of this in this. So supply maximum number of rupee coins. So which means you try giving 100 by 5. In this case it properly divides. So you give 20 number of 5 rupee coins. So which means the change for 100 is how many 5 rupee coins? 20 5 rupee coins, 0 number of 2 rupee coins and 0 number of 1 rupee coins. That's all. This is our solution, and it turns out that this is indeed optimum. Okay. Suppose x is something like 1, say 7. Then we try giving change using 5. Maximum number of, we try giving it. So if you do that, now you see that you look at the floor of this will give you 23. After this you are left with this number, right? So you are left with y. Y is 117 minus floor of 117 by 5 into 5, which means you get 2. Then take the next denomination and supply maximum number of 2 rupee coins. Okay, so in this case it is 1. So which means the change for 117 is supply 23 5 rupee coins and 1 2 rupee coin, 0 number of this. Okay, so that's precisely the idea. Suppose you are asked to give change for say 31, then supply 6 5 rupee coins, then you are left with 1 that cannot be supplied using 2 rupee coins, so then you give 1 rupee coin. So our greedy strategy is simple. Sort the denominations, maximum, second maximum, third maximum and so on. First supply maximum number of this max denomination, and when you cannot supply more, then work with the remaining. Remaining you see whether you can supply using the next denomination. Again the greedy strategy says you supply that maximum number of times, if not go to the next denomination and so on. So what it says is first you supply maximum number of this, that is our local optimum 1. When you cannot supply using 5, go to the next denomination and start supplying maximum number of 2 rupee coins, that is local optimum 2. And when you cannot supply using 2, go to the next denomination. So like that you do it, and when we move from this to this and this, finally we reach a global optimum, meaning the change for x can be supplied using 5, 2 and 1 rupee coins, using minimum number of coins or notes. Fine. So if we continue our approach for some more example, so change for say 29. So this says 5 and 2, 1. Supply say 5 rupee coins and 2 rupee coins, 0 number of this. And change for say 36, you supply 7 5 rupee coins, 0 number of 2 rupee coins and 1 rupee coin. Fine. And change for say rupee 4, we cannot use this, use 2 this and 0. So it turns out that this 5 to 1, you can give change for any integer x starting from 1. So one can establish this result, one can give a proof of correctness that this greedy strategy will work. So strategy is simple. So you take x and then identify how many 5s are there in that x. So supply that many number of 5. Then take the remaining. In that see how many 2s are there, supply maximum number of 2s, then have the remaining. In that supply rupee 1. And it turns out that it works. One can establish through proof by contradiction or mathematical induction. So that is on one side. But one has to make, so this works. If the denominations are 5 to 1, the greedy strategy is opt. So input is x and the denominations are 5 to 1, then greedy strategy is opt, which means it works always for any x greater than or equal to 1. Now the interesting question is, will this greedy strategy work for any denominations? For example, let's look at this. Input is x and the denominations are say allow 5 and 4 and say 2 and 1. Suppose this is our thing. Let's look at say x is equal to 13. Okay. We know 5 to 1 is opt. In addition to that, I am introducing one more, say 4. So let's assume x is 13. Then change for 13. You give 2 5 rupee coins and there is no 4 rupee coin here, and one 2 rupee coin and one 1 rupee coin. So this contributes 10, this contributes 2 12 and 1 13. So which means we have used 4 coins to say yes or to return change for this. Please note, one can also give change for 13 like this. I don't use 5 rupee coin and I use 3 4 rupee coins, 0 number of this and this. But our greedy strategy says this. So this is a different solution, but this will not be output by our algorithm. Our algorithm says sort the denominations in decreasing order, supply maximum number of 5 rupee coins, and when you exhaust or when you know you cannot supply more, you start supplying 4. And when 4 cannot be supplied, start supplying 2 and so on. That's all. You may find a different solution and not following this strategy, following a different strategy, but over there also, for example, look at this, the minimum number of coins or the number of coins used is 4. Over here also number of coins used is 4. So we may have more than one optimum solution for a given problem. So what is the message? For the same problem, we may find more than one opt. We may find more than one optimum solution. And our greedy strategy gives you one. You may find more than one, but our greedy strategy gives you one. And this follows a different strategy and gives you the optimum. Okay. Now, will this work always? Let's try some more and convince ourselves that it works for all the inputs. So now change for 27. Our strategy says you give 5 and then 0 number of this, 1 and 0 of this. Correct? This is all it says. Now for the same one, you may give something like this. So change for 13. So let me use 6 4 rupee coins. So that gives you, 27. So that gives you 24. And after that we are left with 3. I pass this. So if you look at this, this is also a change. So this is something called feasible solution. But this is not an optimal solution. By optimal, I mean it should take minimum number of coins, feasible meaning it satisfies the given requirement. Meaning give a change for x using these denominations. When you don't focus on minimum or maximum, then it is that solution is called a feasible solution. Here is a change for x where the value of x is 27. So 6 into 4, 24 plus 2 plus 1, so you get 27. So it is a feasible solution, meaning it gives you a change for 27. But this feasible solution is not an optimal solution. When we bring the word optimum, we look at whether did we use minimum number of coins to get to a feasible solution. In this case, answer is no. Okay, so this is something one has to make a note. We may find many feasible solutions for a given problem. For example, so change of say 27, I can give 27 1 rupee coins. This is also a feasible solution. Or you may give the one that we did now, 6 4 rupee coins, no 2 rupee coins. We are left with 3 and 3 1 rupee coins. Or we may give something like say 13 2 rupee coins and 1 rupee coin. So all of them are feasible solution, but none of them are opt. The reason is the number of coins used is more than what we see over here. Fine.